What's going on, everyone? Nick Gambaro, Stefan Martinez here. We got a load of football to discuss today. A lot going on yesterday, from the crazy ending in the Cardinals-Bills game to New England winning in a storm last night against Baltimore. Stefan's Browns squeaking out a win in Cleveland. What's up, Alan?
Hello.
Um,
What's up there, boy?
Green Bay almost losing to the Jaguars. Giants getting a win yesterday. We got a big game tonight in Chi-Town against Bears and Lions. Bears Vikings. What's going on, brother? How are you? Lot of good football yesterday, especially in the late window.
A lot of great football yesterday. That late window was awesome. You had Buffalo and
You think the Texans are missing D-Hop? What do you think?
a little bit.
Let's go Bears, Allen. That's right.
Bill O'Brien. How stupid are you feeling today, Bill O'Brien? Oh, you don't have a job. Oh, wow. Was that a dumb trade?
Yo, in the car, and it's crazy. The NFC West is in a three-way tie.
Yeah. And it's only this is the end of November, folks. Can you imagine when we get to like mid-December and you got like a four-way tie at top of the division? You're just like, oh, how do we keep up with all this?
Yeah.
Yo, this is literally madness. First of all, I love the way both quarterbacks played yesterday. Josh Allen was great on the road. He had the composure, but listen, Kyler Murray made the throw that all kids dream about in the backyard. Hail Mary going for broke, and D-Hop was like, oh, he's like
triple coverage, no less.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the angel that rescues the football from the sky.
That was like an Aaron Rodgers-esque Hail Mary right there.
Very much so. And to think, there was somebody under his feet, there was somebody in front of him, and there was somebody on the side of him. How he caught that football, I will never know. But he caught it, and he made perhaps the catch of the regular season.
Yes.
He did the you got mossed to three defenders. And can I ask you something?
Sure.
Just basic football. We say it all the time. If you're the defender, why are you standing on the side of him? Why don't you stand in front of him?
I was thinking the same thing.
Standing on the side of him is really helpful. Sure, that makes tons of sense. What are we doing here? Oh, but you want to bat the football down. Against guys like that, you can't bat the football down. You gotta try to make the play.
Gotta do it.
Try to make, and then I'm sorry, but Kyler Murray, that's a clear throw. Clear throw. All he had to do was heave it in the end zone.
Yo, he's special.
Oh yeah, kid got onions. You gotta have onions to make.
And I feel, and let me, because I want to go here for a minute, because I was thinking it during the game last night, and I'm like, we got to bring this up on the show.
All right.
I'm going to say this. Kyler Murray's better than Lamar Jackson, I think. I think he's a much better thrower. Yes, they both have very skilled runners, but, I mean, just the throwing accuracy, the patience he has, what do you think? Am I out of line saying that, or just watching both of them? Kyler Murray, man, and I'm not taking anything away from Lamar.
I don't necessarily disagree. I just think that I look at a guy like Kyler Murray, and I think Kyler Murray has more legitimate weapons. Now you could say, well, Hollywood Brown is a legitimate weapon for the Ravens, and you would be right. Hollywood Brown is one of the most elite wide receivers in the NFL. Like, we understand that. But I feel like when I watch Lamar Jackson throw, it's a lot of dinks and dunks, and John Harbaugh doesn't open up the playbook.
Right.
He doesn't allow Lamar to make those throws where Cliff Kingsbury's like, hey, yo, fam, I'm opening up the playbook. You can heave it down the field.
Go out.
Because I understand this is what you do. Now, Here's the thing. Now, do they have to me, they have very different skill sets. I look at Lamar Jackson, more of a Cam Newton type, run first, big body, could do a little bit more. Where you look at Kyler Murray, and Kyler Murray's that he's more of the sit back in the pocket. Now, I can run if you make me, but I'm going to make the important throws. And this is where I think there's a bit of a separation. Now, can Lamar grow into becoming a better throwing quarterback? Yeah, he can grow into it. But I think the word you're looking for, I don't know if he's a better quarterback, but I'd say he's a little bit more advanced. He's allowed to do more. And I think the system that he has in place allows him to do more. Well, I don't think it has to do with better or worse. I think the systems are curtailed differently to their strengths and weaknesses. So I think they're both serviceable quarterbacks, and it's not fair to Lamar yesterday because he was playing in some really crazy conditions.
Monsuno.
I mean, it was so fogged up. I had to squint to square at the screen for the last drive. I'm like, I can't even see. This is bonkers right here. I can't see. I couldn't see. This was me. Like just trying to see the screen. I'm all squinty. I felt like I was 90.
Speaking of AB, you heard that he allegedly wrecked a camera but wasn't charged before joining the Bucs. He destroyed a surveillance camera. This came out from ESPN half hour ago. Antonio Brown was accused last month by the community in which he lives of destroying a security camera and throwing a bicycle at a security guard. It's not funny, but on October 15th, the Miami Herald reported Monday citing a police report.
See, but I mean, I know we laugh at it. It's
not funny. It's not.
We laugh at it and we say, well, yeah, it's that's just AB being AB. But at what point can we stop saying that's just AB being AB? Like, you can't justify him being a jerk right now. Like, this dude's been doing this way too long to keep getting chances. And the only reason why he's getting chances is because he can still play football.
Right.
My gosh, like, how much slack can we cut the dude? And you know me, I'm a dude that says talent over everything. You know, talent for me is the most important thing, and we'll work with the attitude. But like, come on, man. Like, there's some screws loose with the dude. And I don't like to bless you. And I'm not the type of dude to cast aspersions because I don't know what somebody's been through in their life. I don't know what makes them tick. We don't know any of this. But there are definitely some screws loose with the dude. There ain't no doubt about that.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I'm sorry, but can we just take this to a football perspective for a second? You're probably thinking, well, I don't know if that's necessarily fair, but you know what? I think it's fair. It's fair. It's fair from this perspective. They scored 46 points, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, they scored 46 points against the Carolina Panthers. They did work. Okay? Wow. Breaking news. Padres ace Mike Clevenger to undergo Tommy John surgery. Expected they miss all of the 2021 season.
Wow. Hope he gets back soon, man.
Yeah, Mikey Ball's there.
That's rough.
But the Padres just signed him to a 2-year extension for like $6.5 million, which isn't terrible. So he got some security. He could work his way back. I love watching that kid pitch. That kid he's dirty. He's as dirty could get. But praise to Mike Clevenger. Hopefully he gets back healthy and we're able to watch that young man do studly things on the mound because he's a stud. So get back soon, young man, and we look forward to watching you toe that slab in San Diego very, very soon. Back to the football though for a second, because I got some things I got to get off the chest. Okay, Big Dog, here, help me out with this because you're the guy that usually says this stuff. So I'm leaning on you here. Okay. You're the guy that says, I don't want no problems. I don't want no drama. It's not good for my football team. And I agree with you. But if this doesn't go right with Antonio Brown in Tampa, which feels like his last chance, because this definitely feels like his last chance. This feels like this is it.
I think they, out of every team, have the most pressure on them. I think, well, Brady's going to be there another year after this, but you got AB. I think that's a great point you bring up. It's last chance for him to prove himself. Just this year, and then now with the news of Drew Brees having a fractured ribs and a collapsed lung,
right?
You reported to me that he could be out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a huge blow, of course, to New Orleans. I mean, yeah, they got Jameis Winston as backup and Taysom Hill, but it's not Drew Brees.
It's not Drew Brees. Right.
So now it's looking clearly like Tampa's going to win that division.
Yeah, no problem. Right.
So they blew out the Panthers. I mean, 46 to almost a 50 burger. Whenever they get blown out, they blow out the team they play the next week.
But that's not a good sign, though, because if you're getting blown out and it takes you to get your behind whooped to blow somebody out, that's not good. That means you just playing on sheer, well, we bet.
Brady, like, physically, he can last a few more years. But, I mean, you see him screaming at his teammates every Sunday. You see Tampa Bay taking stupid penalties. How much longer do you think Brady's going to want to put up with that?
That's because they're miserable. They're miserable down there. They know what it is. They don't want to be down there.
What's up, Emilio? Yo, thank God the Jets had a bye week. Thank the Lord.
That's your only saving grace because they're not winning the game this year.
Yeah, no. And if anyone thinks different, I don't know what to tell you.
Look, all right, I'll say this. I think the NFC just became the Buccaneers to lose. I got to be honest with you.
Right? It feels that way. I mean, we talk about Seattle.
But here's the thing about Seattle. Let's just get something squared.
The defenses.
If that defense is going to be that bad, Russell Wilson can only score but so much points, dog. Like,
same with Green Bay.
I can't be putting up 40 a game and you just farting these leads away, bro. Like, help me.
And look, you got the Cardinals. I don't think they're Super Bowl ready, but they can make some noise.
Those young boys, but that's what I'm scared of, though.
And they got guts. They don't care. Like you say, they don't care.
Because, bro, at the end of the day, what they got to lose?
Nothing.
What you got to lose?
They have no expectations.
That's my point exactly. That's why we should be scared of Arizona, because it's like, well, damn, we ain't got nothing to lose. What do we have to lose? There's nothing to lose. Everybody expects Tampa to go to the Super Bowl. Everybody expects Chicago to get out of this malaise and do something. Nobody expecting us to do anything. But I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in those in Arizona's plans, though. If you would let me, Big Dog, just first. We agree that Green Bay's defense isn't as good as some of these other teams in the NFL.
They're terrible.
They're not good. You let Jacksonville hang in that game yesterday when you should have beat Jacksonville like a drum. Jacksonville should have been beaten like a drum, like an absolute drum, and you let them hang in the game, which I don't understand. But I get that defense is bad, but there's such a disparity in the NFC compared to the AFC, where the NFC feels like it's wide open.
It is.
Where the AFC, unfortunately for my Cleveland Browns, I was doing the math today. We could get to 11 wins, Big Dog, and miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, well, damn.
Because normally it's not like that, where you have second and third place teams in a division actually playing great and winning games.
Look, I know 6-3 is not nothing to write home about, but compared to what we were last year, and compared to what the Browns have been
before I
became a Brown fan, compared to what their history says, Listen, I'll take 6-3, and I'm running to the bank at 6-3, dog. And listen, don't look now, but we're technically tied with the Ravens for second place in the division. Don't look now.
You know, including me, I keep saying that Baltimore will win that game somehow, but who knows? Maybe the Browns will sneak up on them on that day. And
don't look now, but it you know what I'm saying? And the more losses that mount on Lamar and the crew, and the more pressure they feel, because there's some Super Bowl aspirations in Baltimore too now.
Absolutely.
And what you've said, look, I'm not trying to beat. This is not beat Lamar Jackson up committee. We're not here.
No.
But go ahead, please.
I feel like it's him all by himself. I mean, yeah, you got Ingram, but I mean, who else do you like? You watch. Let's be honest. You watch the Ravens to watch Lamar. Not really anybody else.
Right.
Where other teams, you got this, like Seattle, you got DK Metcalf. Even you guys, you got Jarvis Landry, or
right.
You know, go on and on.
Our running backs. I watch the game for our running backs, and you're gonna call me crazy for this, but I'm gonna make a statement that's kind of. But you got to think about the statement I'm about to make. The Cleveland Browns have the best running back duo in the NFL right now. Name me a better running back duo.
I would say Chicago if they didn't have injuries. That's the only thing.
I think they're close.
But Cleveland, no, that's definitely legit.
That running back duo is serious down there, bro. And you used to tell me this all the time with the Jets, and we agree. This is one thing we agree on. See, folks, we don't agree on many things sports-wise, okay? We hate, each other's teams. He don't like my teams. I don't like his. Although I don't hate his teams, he just hates mine more. But we don't agree with many things. But we agree in this. When you want to win football games, you got to run the football, especially when it gets cold. You got to run the football. And that's one thing that the Cleveland Browns can do is they can run the football, which is why I still worry about Baker Mayfield in a big game? Yes, I do. Am I petrified? Yes, I am. But if you're Coach Stefanski, if you could just run the football, follow the Jets model from a couple years ago, Baker, just don't screw this up, dog.
Ground and pound.
Baker is Mark Sanchez. I'm sorry, Gene. I know that's like your boy. Pope Sanchez, we should call him. Pope Sanchez. But
no, I mean,
all he literally has to be is Mark Sanchez. Do you agree with me, Big Dog?
Yeah, and I mean, not for nothing though. Sanchez in Jets stats historically is not really as bad as he is made out to be.
Make him out to be right.
I mean, of course, we all think of the Buff fumble, but in reality, I mean, he wasn't that bad. I'm not saying he was great or anything, but he was solid. And he was a great game manager. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, the Butt fumble, I mean, that happened.
Unfortunately, for your sake, because that's probably what he's most remembered.
I feel bad for him. He'll never live it down. When he's walking the streets in New York, they probably scream out, Butt fumble. They don't scream championship games.
What's up, Butt fumble boy? How are you?
Poor Sanchez. I feel for the dude. And where his career went after that, like he was a backup, then he was a third string. He went from like Dallas to D.C. to Philly, Chicago for a minute. Like he was going all over the NFC, and then he retired.
Because then he realized that.
But he's good now. He's on TV. He's got a podcast, so he's good.
He's good. He went the Tim Tebow route. He was good for like a half a minute. Then his boyish good looks got him on television, and now he's okay.
But staying in New York, though, when you watch that whole game yesterday, Giants are looking good.
Okay, Giant fans, I'm gonna say this now. Sit down now. I'm about to say something good about your football team.
Oh my God, for real?
The Giants are gonna win the NFC East. They're gonna win the NFC East. They're gonna win this division. They're gonna host a playoff game at Dump Life.
Swamp Life, it should be called.
Swamp Life, Dump Life, whatever you want to call it. You're hosting a playoff game, okay? And as much as it pains me to say this, I think we have to get ready to accept the fact, Giant fans, that Joe Judge is a good football coach. Now, I didn't like the hire initially because I heard all the football speak, and I'm like, I don't like this guy because it's too football centric. But he got them believing that they can win every game they play, and for the most part, they've been in every game they play. Now, is Daniel Jones? Do we have to see how his turnover rate changes, how things change, how he's able to keep developing as a quarterback? Absolutely. I think that's a fair thing to watch if you're, looking for the development of Daniel Jones. I think that's absolutely essential. Is you kind of got to see what type of quarterback he is. I agree with you on that, but I do think it's fair. I do think it's fair to say that, the guy, he got wheels on him. He can run.
He could throw.
He can throw. He made a throw to Darius Slayton yesterday.
He keeps minimizing turnovers. Giants have great hands. I don't think they need a draft. I don't think they will be able to. They're going to at least get a few more wins.
Right.
I mean, looking at their schedule, it's kind of tough. But you got the Bengals next week. That should be interesting. Jones versus Burrow. The Seahawks in Seattle, that's probably a loss. Then you got the Cardinals at home. I would say a loss. Browns, that's a pick-em game.
That's a toss-up game, even for me, because I'm like
the Ravens. You go Ravens, of course.
But it depends, because if Baltimore,
who knows? And then they got Dallas the last week, so they can be 5-11, 6-10, maybe,
and win the division.
Which is
that's crazy, dog.
A little bit.
Yo. But my team scratches out 11 wins, and what do we get? A kick.
Giant fans, I think you're in solid hands here with Joey Judge.
Yeah, right. Agreed.
So.
Agreed. Just let the kid keep developing. Let the kid keep growing. You're seeing something every week that's kind of like, they're trying to convert me back to being a Giant fan, but I like being different. I like the team I root for. I like being.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
All good. I like being the contrarian, so it's all good for me. But be happy, Giant fans. You guys got something special. You guys got, some wide receivers in Darius Slayton. Golden Tate has been good for them, although Golden Tate did get suspended a couple weeks back for, something that his wife put on social media and things like that. But Joe Judge got these boys playing some serious football. So if you're a Giant fan, just stay optimistic and stay close, because you guys are definitely in the mix, and you guys are definitely gonna be special. So right now, it's about watching this kid develop, watching him keep growing as a quarterback, and hoping that he's able to, find some rhythm and get some more wins under his belt, because that'll be big for him down the stretch here. If he's able to make some plays down the stretch and be what all Giant fans are hoping that he is. So listen, Giant fans, be happy with what you got. Speaking of being happy with what you got, if you're a Dolphin fan right now and you seeing what Tua has been able to give them, that's 2 wins in his first 2 starts. I think he's 3-0 now. if I'm not mistaken. Tua got the Dolphins believing they could win some football games and make some noise. So, I mean, if you are the Miami Dolphins, you have to be very, very happy with as a football team and hope that things continue to go your way. You continue to see him grow, him develop, and it's fun to see young quarterbacks, do their thing and see them find their way in the NFL. And for him, it's a little bit more special because of everything he's been through with the hip injury and things like that. So, listen, if you're a Dolphin fan right now, I think you should be very, very optimistic of the future and what you guys have, because all these young quarterbacks, the NFL's in good hands.
Sorry.
Hey man,
you gotta be happy about your boys.
Yeah, he's. There's a saying on the show. He's happier than a pig in slaw. He's happy. But I mean, I was just saying the NFL's in good hands with all these young quarterbacks. You got Tua down in Miami. You got Daniel Jones with the Giants. You got Herbert with the Chargers.
That was a great game too yesterday. What's up, Skip? He ain't giving up.
Listen, I respect it, man. I respect it. I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know about that. Maybe in a few years. I really like the Giants to where they're headed.
Right.
And the Jets are going. Oh God, let's not even talk about it. But what are you gonna do?
I mean, look, the NFL's in good hands with some of these young quarterbacks.
They are, and that's where it's trending, man. It's going to those young, skilled quarterbacks that can do multiple things. Stay in the pocket, move out of the pocket. Throw on the run, throw in the pocket. Like, it's not that stationary, I got to stay in the pocket and throw.
Not at all. Sports is becoming like that. You see it around all sports. These organizations want guys that can do multiple things on the football field, that can be
Brees. Go ahead, Stefan.
Brees actually has fractured ribs on both sides of his chest and a collapsed lung. He's probably going to miss, if not the rest of the season, if not the rest of this season. He's probably going to try and get back for the playoffs, but I don't necessarily see how that's feasible because broken ribs don't heal quickly. So, sending good thoughts and prayers to Drew Brees. Get
one of the good dudes in the league.
Get healthy, OG. We want to see you back out there, doing what you do. A lot of young QBs, a lot of good young QBs in the league right now.
Tua is 3-0 with Miami.
Yeah.
Miami, man, I'm telling you, them in Buffalo, that's going to be fun down the stretch.
First of all, that throw by Josh Allen yesterday to Stephon Diggs at the boundary.
Oh, my Lord.
Like, yo.
Did you see the Cole Beasley catch to keep that drive alive?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, they got Taysom Hill.
And Jameis Winston.
I mean, he did get his eyes checked out, so maybe the picks will decrease now that we got some good vision. Oh man!
Speaking of mobile quarterbacks, this Thursday night game, Cardinals at Seahawks.
Oh yeah. That's the game of the week, or that's the game of the weekend, and it's only Thursday.
Oh my Lord! Although Sunday night at Chiefs Raiders is going to be good, but not
like that.
And then Monday nighter is Rams Bucks next week. Maybe. Rams are overrated, I think. I'm not.
I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of Jared Goff. I don't think. Listen, we keep forgetting about the Niners, but the Niners are on a nice little winning streak, man. The Niners may work themselves back in this division. We keep talking about Seattle and The Rams.
Arizona. I'm sorry to cut you off, but this just came to me. Imagine like Arizona snuck up from behind and won the division.
Yo, imagine that. Kyler Murray, like, oh, Jimmy G, who are you?
And these boys in Seattle got no D. Okay.
Honestly, that Seattle defense, oh my Lord, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. If it, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, Jamal Adams got to be pissed.
When they're playing defense, he might as well.
His team's winning at least.
Yeah, but you're winning, but you got to score like 100 points. Just come on now.
Nah, I wouldn't say.
I can't do all that. I can't do all that. You got
Bucks are legit.
You got the greatest quarterback in the history of the sport still doing it. Nah, I can't do that.
What's your opinion, Skip?
That's a little far.
I can't say they're overrated.
I love you, but that's far there, buddy. Listen, and the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get Tom Brady to a place where he feels like he has to prove a point. Like, have we not
learned? Know what happens.
Like, have you not learned? Like, that's the one guy you don't want to, like, I don't know if he got it. I don't know if he got. Listen, man, don't do that. Don't poke the bear, because
don't doubt the brother. Don't doubt.
Nah, because he been like, yo, I've been schooling y'all for 100 years, dog. I'm still here. Have you not learned? This is what I am. This is what I do to teams that doubt me. Honestly, I'm just so excited for the rest of this football season and what possibly could be a finish of epic proportions in some of these divisions.
And now they might add one more playoff team in each. I mean, we hope it doesn't come to that because we don't, of course, want more guys to get COVID. But
right,
if it comes to that and cancellation of games,
right,
they might add an 8th team in each conference, which would be kind of nuts. And for your Browns, that might help.
It might actually help us because I'm still perturbed by that. I'm perturbed. It's mind-numbing to me how you can win 11. I think they're good, but everybody said, "Oh, you know what? The way it's looking right now, it's kind of set up for that to happen."
You could be right, Skip. I don't know. I just think, it's possible they make it, but then again, they got to get through Nick Foles first, so, Don't laugh. I'm dead serious. Keep laughing. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Listen, you're optimistic. I love the optimism.
Listen, Foles is 2-0 against Brady, so he's Brady's kryptonite besides Eli.
He went to the Eli school. Breed Beatty 101.
What's up, Doug? Yeah, I know. Oh, and then wow, Skip.
Nah, I think they got a shot. They got a shot,
Skip. We're gonna at least either win the division or get a wild card.
I don't know about winning the division.
Because Green Bay better watch out.
Aaron Rodgers in his bag. I don't know about winning that division, but
they're overrated.
The defense is overrated, but not. Well, damn.
Yeah, he just don't like the Bears.
I mean, look, could I see Dalvin Cook having a crazy game? And
it's possible,
right? But I don't think it's necessarily a guarantee that.
I'm not saying it's a lock that the Bears are winning, but they lost 3 games in a row. It's time they got to get off the schneid and win a game.
I mean, you hope, because
you're at home.
They were looking like the Jets these last couple of weeks.
Vikings playing in a dome, or used to playing in a dome. This is set up for the Bears to win tonight.
Now, they did go on the road these last couple of weeks and get wins. They won an impressive game in Green Bay when Dalvin Cook scored 4 touchdowns. So They got a good enough running game where it's not inconceivable that Minnesota finds a way to keep this game close and wins a game. Thank you. I mean, it's not inconceivable that Green Bay, that Minnesota can't go on the road and win another game. That's anything's possible in this league. We see it week after week.
Oh yeah.
Like, I gotta be honest with you. I'm surprised. I was surprised at a couple things yesterday. I thought, me personally, that the Bengals were going to give the Steelers more of a game, but the Bengals, they're young yet. You saw the youth yesterday. You saw Big Ben got hot, and the Dirty Boys. And Big Ben got hot, and it was a wrap after that.
Oh, you down that right? Think I'm old? Watch this.
Yeah, like we all thought Big Ben was done. Like, oh, Big Ben's done. He's old. He ain't got nothing left. That right. Old man River still got.
Why? Skip?
I didn't.
Why?
I didn't do it.
Trubisky's a bum.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. No, it's you see, and then I gotta be honest with you though. Like, you know what frustrates me around the league? Like, sometimes I see these wide receivers, and I'm like, yo, some of these wide receivers should be having career years, and I'm just like, yo, you should be better than what you are, man. Like, I wish, for my sake, that Julio Jones gets out of Atlanta before it's too late.
Yeah, I wish him on the Bears.
Oh, Julio.
Him and Nicky Beans. Oh, I know, Skip. I still love you.
Yeah, hating on your boys there.
I know he's kidding.
I mean, he does sound kind of serious. No, but I'm just super excited, man, because like you said, the NFC West.
The NFC North. You got the
AFC
South now is going to be wrapped up with Breeze injured. I mean, that's Tampa's. The NFC least, the Giants are going to run away with it because, Philly is awful.
Philly is awful. Bro. I didn't think Philly was going to be this bad. Nah, there ain't nobody beating Kansas City.
I don't know. Maybe Philly should be that team. I still got Kansas City, but
listen.
Oh man.
If somebody vanquishes the young brother, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. And I like the Steelers. I said that at the beginning of the year. I think the Steelers are one of the most dangerous teams in the league.
Them and KC, though, championship game is like must watch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just the offenses alone.
Absolutely. Why you say that, Emilio? I'm curious. I want your perspective on that. That's interesting. That you use that terminology. I mean, what about you, says that? Or what about them makes you say that?
This is going to be a silly question, but I forgot what that term means, fool's gold.
Basically, it means they're not all they're cracked up to be.
Nah, Bears are going far, man. Bears are going deep.
You think so?
Yeah. If that offense steps up for Nicky Boy, they'll be all right.
I think the problem is the coach, though. I think
there's a lot of questions in Chicago about him. A lot of the fan base isn't too keen on the guy.
Because honestly, I don't mean to make this comparison, but I feel like he's a little bit like Adam Gase, very limited in his play calling, doesn't open it up enough.
I mean, no one's like Adam Gase, but I know what you're saying.
I mean, like, just the conservative play calling. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah, they're not happy in Chicago. They're not happy about those beers and Mr. Matt Nagy.
Gotta bounce back.
Speaking of Chicago, can I do this for just 1 second?
Yeah.
The Cubs are getting ready to trade some people. I'm hearing Chris Bryant is possibility to be traded. I'm hearing Kyle Schwarber is a possibility to be traded.
Wow.
So the Cubs are getting ready to, make some moves. So as good as Foles can be, the team as a whole is too inconsistent. Yeah.
They gotta be more consistent, you're right.
Yeah.
But if they could be on the same page every week.
Woo. Yeah. But I mean, that's the state. I feel like 8 to 10 teams in the NFL say that if we could just get on the same page every week, we'd be dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what the Chargers are searching for. That's what, certain teams are searching for, that are right there, that feel like they're right there, but that just can't get over that proverbial hump yet. The Chargers, you know what I mean? Honestly, I would say that about the Ravens. The Ravens feel like they're not over that proverbial, like,
yeah,
let's get over this, fellas. Let's get over this, because if you can get over it.
You think the Titans is still legit contender to go far?
Nah, they gotta get something. They gotta
watch out. We keep doubting them, and then they make a deep run again.
Hey, what the hell? Do you know?
Derrick Henry and a Gaseless Tannehill. I mean,
watch out. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. So,
any update on when Gary Bettman, what day he will speak this week?
Like I said, I keep hearing Thursday, but then that's likely to be.
I'm anxiously waiting.
Who knows?
I need hockey back.
Anxiously waiting. So, one big shoe dropped in the NBA today. Chris Paul officially traded to the Phoenix Suns for nice talent, Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre, couple guys. But check this out, big dog. Even you who don't like the NBA, when you hear this stat, you might lose your mind. So the Oklahoma City Thunder now have 17, yes, I said that, 17 first-round draft picks in the next 6 years.
Well, god damn.
Sam Presti, if the
Bears is still alive, I ain't doubting.
Damn, everybody's crapping on your Bears.
I'm used to it.
You're a Jeffrey, and you should be.
Everybody craps on all my teams. It's all right. I've dealt with it for many years.
What happens when you root for the underdog?
Although the Islanders are now possibly Cub-bound, and the Mets just got Steve Cohen, so those two are looking up.
Yes, they are. That Chris Paul trade feels very significant to me. And the reason why I say that is, Phoenix is one of those teams in the West that, they needed that leadership. And now he provides that leadership. And because Phoenix were 8-0 in the bubble and just didn't have enough. The tiebreakers didn't go their way to make the playoffs. But Chris Paul is do you guys see Nick Foles out? No. Because I think that they don't believe in Trubisky. I think that's what that shows. Is you wouldn't have gone to Nick Foles that early in the year if you're gonna go back to him. That makes no sense. Unless it's
now with Nicky Bombazzo.
Unless it's coming from the ownership group, which, hey, it could be. We don't know that. But listen, there's a lot of listen, there's some people with the Bears that want to see Mitchell Trubisky play a full season, and but there's people that want to win because their jobs are on the line. They don't really have time to develop and watch this one grow and get better and do this and that, which is why you're going to see a lot of trades in these different sports where all these teams they understand young is important, but if they can get older and they can get more experience,
right?
Start doing that too, because I think Steve Cohen put it best the other day when he said, "I don't want people learning on my dime. If I'm paying you all this money, I expect results." And kind of what we're starting to see now, because it's like, bro, we've been rebuilding in the city of New York for 1,000 years. Because what we don't like to do, we don't like to wait. And so I think that plays a part in why things are happening the way they're happening. Like, I feel like in hockey, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you're the hockey aficionado on this show, they allow their younger players to develop. They allow them to
yes.
You know what I'm saying? When other sports, I don't think they're as forgiving, to watch these kids develop. Like Daniel Jones, we were just having trade discussions on like last show. And now he's the talk of New York.
Darnold might be out. He didn't practice again this week, you told me, so.
Right, and he's not playing Sunday.
Going to see Flacco again. I mean, I'm not because I'm not watching the game, but so. It's Flacco time in New York.
Yeah. Damn, they are really. Yeah, this is worse than Rich Kotite.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm like,
ain't even close.
I mean, at least on that team, you had a young Keyshawn. You had some semi talent. Like, this ain't even like, well, God. Oh.
I mean, horrific.
And I got a message for Knicks fans. Don't panic if they don't trade for Russell Westbrook. Don't panic if they don't trade for Victor Oladipo. Don't panic, Knicks fans. We're going to be all right. Because you trade for Russell Westbrook, Big Dog, and you know what happens. They trade for Russell Westbrook, what happens? He hurts his hamstring getting on the tarmac to come to the Garden.
Yeah.
Don't do this, man. He's getting paid $1 gajillion. He's already 90. Well, he's 32, but don't do this.
But Knicks fans, they want some kind of semblance of hope. I mean, there's nothing to be found, but
hope. You want me to have hope? Hope. As the great Joe Beningo once said, hope.
Yeah, and I hope he stops watching the Jets too at some point, but he ain't gonna.
I mean, he might now that he's retired.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have a show anymore, so we don't gotta talk. That's gotta be nice, though. You don't gotta worry about talking about them every week.
They were trying to convince him to get on Twitter last week, so it's like, the people need to still hear from you, Joe. And Joe's like,
yeah, come on.
Big Dog will be the first. We'll be the first people to follow him.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh man, speaking of getting on Twitter, Steve Cohen on Twitter, not to sidebar, but that's awesome.
Yo, answering all the fans or most of them. Next time he does it, we got to tweet at him.
Stevie Buzz.
How are you?
Got a question for you.
I want to text him about Met Orange alternate jerseys.
I would, you know what? We should tweet at him. Hey, Steve, what about Met Orange alternate Met jerseys?
Like all orange, or even with the blue jersey, we get an orange hat. Some shake it up a little bit. Not like the royal blue, but some,
if you get an orange Met hat,
oh.
Anyway, guys, that is gonna wrap us up for this week. And we will talk
Thursday.
Yes. All right.
Nick's Corner will preview Thursday Night Football, which that game will actually be good to discuss.
Yes.
Hopefully Gary Bettman speaks by then. We'll see what NBA trades this guy's got for us, and maybe MLB. Who knows?
And over under the amount of hours of sleep I get in the next 2 days.
I'll review a big week in soccer this week on Nicky Corners. Nick's Corner.
Nicky Ball's corner.
Yeah, Thursdays are packed usually, so we're going to have a lot for you.
Sounds good there, buddy. Thank you, guys. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Let's go Bears and Nicky Foles. Come on now.
All right.